If you never saw a healthy relationship, how do you expect to build one? What it do, good people? Look, FL, your life coach, I got a special guest, my boo thing.
Wifey, also known as Chandra.
Yeah, I just call it my boo thing, though. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do this podcast out today, baby. And in this episode today, we talking about the truth. 26 years of love in action, right? How we built a thriving, happy marriage, right? So yeah, real, raw, authentic.
That's right.
We about to get into it. Come on. Man, introduce yourself, babe. Introduce yourself.
I am Chandra, also known as Auntie Fefe.
Yes, sir. If y'all don't know, follow her on TikTok, all
Auntie
social
Fefe.
media. Yeah, Auntie Fefe, man. She's a baker, great baker. Y'all already know who your boy is. FL, your life coach, baby. So yeah, today, man, we're going to be talking about it, right? We're going to be talking about 26 years of love and action.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about, the things that we saw growing up, subconscious programming, how we had to relearn some things, right, to build this marriage, and how we doubled down on the things that did serve us to build this marriage. So yeah, man, we just about to get into a quick little story. 26 years, like I said, 3 sons. Our oldest is 13. Look, I had to think about it. Look, 13 got a teenager in the house. Oh my God.
That's a whole
nother video.
It's
a whole nother video right there. Yeah, so 13, 10, and our baby boy just had a birthday yesterday, man.
Turned 8.
Yeah, turned 8. So yeah, we do a little party at the splash pad, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just who we are, man. Entrepreneurs, then built several businesses, then had a commercial cleaning company for 17 years. We had it. Something like that, 17 years. I've been life coaching, public speaking for over 13. She's been baking for about at least a decade now. So yeah, man, we just kind of been doing our thing. So we want to help you guys today in this episode, kind of podcast style. It's going to kind of be a free flow podcast style. We're going to hit some topics. So yeah, man, we just going to jump right in. Like I always say, you can't build anything overnight, especially a relationship, right? Of any kind, right? Because any long-term relationship, that takes time to grow, right? Right? It takes two. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. It takes time, man. You really got to put in the work to build that.
I don't think people understand what it takes to make it work.
Yeah, especially to really make it not just work, but stay connected.
Right.
See, that's the thing right there. Not just work. I know people who've been with people for long periods of time, but the connection might not really be there. So yeah, so today, man, we're gonna talk about it. I got a little note, so if y'all see me look over to the side, that's because I got a little notes, because we really want to talk about it. We really want to get into these key points that we talked about over the week that help y'all and bring these key points to y'all. So let's just jump right in, like what we saw growing up. So like the first thing that me and my wife wanted to kind of hit on is that subconscious programming. For me, what I saw growing up from my childhood, my parents was married for 13 or 15 years, somewhere in there, So I saw a lot of good things growing up. I saw entrepreneurship. That's why I'm one. My mom and dad have businesses. I saw consistency. I saw discipline. But one thing that I didn't see growing up was affection. My wife's love language is what? Affection. Right? So, man, that was a big adjustment for me, because I didn't see affection growing up, right? Even from my mom. My mom is not a very affectionate woman, right? And that normally women are mostly more affectionate than men, most of the time. I'm not saying all cases, but my mom is not an affectionate woman, so I didn't see it nowhere. So when I first got with my wife, man, it was crazy. Let me tell y'all this quick story, man. It was when we first got together in college. The story about I love you. Every time they did something, man, when we first got together in college, when I went to her house, handing each other a fork. I love you afterward. Patty to get up, go get a cup. I'm like, damn, y'all saying I love you all the time? Like, damn, man, you just saw.
That's a little exaggerated, but
I'm exaggerating, man.
He's right. But there's a little exaggeration there.
No, man. What's so funny about that story, though, good people? I say it all the time now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one of the things that she taught me. right? That's one of the things I had to unlearn because I didn't see it. Her love language is affection, not just touch, but word. Affection is words too, So I had to get used to saying that. I had to get comfortable with saying that, right? And now I crave that type of stuff. So, that's what we talking about, subconscious programming, a little bit how that bleeds over, not just in your individual life, but in your everyday life. And if you're not willing to learn and unlearn, learn and unlearn, that's the ongoing process for the rest of your life. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it's about learning and unlearning.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So just talk about a little bit about, how you grew up, what you saw, and just a simple adjustment that you had to make. That was one adjustment for me. I had to make on just simple adjustment, that you had to make, babe.
Well, for me, like, I never seen people like work through how they're feeling. So that was a big adjustment for me. I had to learn how to work through for us, when we got into it. I felt like if we disagreed, it was a confrontation, and I don't like confrontation. So I felt like it was a confrontation, and I don't like that. So that's one of the things that I had to work on for our marriage, is, man, just realizing, hey, we can disagree and it's not the end of the world.
That's real.
Because I felt like it was at that time.
That's real talk. That's real talk, man. I mean, it's just like I said, learning and unlearning, growing together, man.
Right.
And just being willing to do that, choosing each other, being willing to do that. But in the beginning, you're trying to figure all these things out, in the beginning. And I think we kind of had an advantage, I would say, a little bit, because my mom, being a parent educator, a pastor, she got exposed to very high level curriculum when we was younger, speaker listening technique. I remember that pyramid she brought home. So she brought home a pyramid, man, from one of her seminars that she had to teach on about relationships. And I never forget this pyramid. At the bottom, it was core beliefs, core values, things like that. But at the top, it was sex. And I was like, man, Mom, why is sex at the top? Like, is sex really like why is sex at the top of everything? And so she was like, because sex is very important and you should deem it as such, but you can't build a relationship on it. And that stuck with me. It's not a foundation. Sex is not a foundation to build anything on. But it's highly important in a relationship to connect through sexual things. And things with your partner, whatever that is, however that looks for you. So that was just one of the things. And that pyramid always stuck with us, because I always say, me and my wife, we don't see the world the same way. And that's the beauty of any relationship. That's a great thing. But we want the same things. Want the same things for our money, want the same things for our kids, want the same things for us individually, just to be the best person that we can actually be, right? But it comes out differently, and that's the beauty of it. I always like to say, Team Harrington, right? There's no I in team, but guess what? There's an I in win.
But there is a me in team.
That is true. That is true. But I always like to say it's an I in win. So we always say you can't ever get rid of your individuality. You got to bring your individuality to the marriage. Right? You got to bring that to the marriage. And then too, y'all know I love that book. Y'all know I love the book. I'm long-winded. That's why we doing this podcast like this. Long-winded, baby. Y'all know I love that book. So I'm
not long-winded.
True. So when the book talks about a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, most people just take that literally as moving from location. But what it's really talking about, I studied the book for over 20 years, Hebrew, Greek. They're talking about beliefs, thought processes. They're talking about those things that don't serve you. A man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Because y'all got to build your own belief system. Y'all got to build your own core values that work well for you. Right? Yeah. So another technique that my mom taught us early on was the speaker listening technique. Like I said, man, I got my notes. I'm trying to really give it to y'all today, baby, with the notes. So now the speaker listening technique, babe, talk a little bit about how that helped you out. The speaker listening technique.
Yeah, because, when my husband speaks, sometimes it can be, it can sound forceful, or, it sounds aggressive to me.
What? I sound aggressive? What?
Anyway, yes. So, for me, I had to tell him. So the speaker listening technique is where I repeat to him what I think he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would think it was sounding in a way that it wasn't, and he, just had to reassure me that's not, even though it might have sounded this way, that's not what he meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as the tone, maybe, or
Yeah.
something. So, man, for me, who struggles with communication, that was very important.
Yeah, man, that speaker listening technique we still use it to this day.
Yeah,
I mean, like when we start talking about something and I can feel it escalating and she can feel it escalating, we just go to our neutral corners and then come back and I'll be like, so what I thought I heard you say, and a lot of times it's totally off because she didn't say that. That's what I heard her say, right? And then vice versa. When she thinks I'm aggressive or I'm like, babe, I'm never aggressive towards you. I'm just very passionate about what I say. And I really believe what I say. And I got conviction with what I say. So that's just been me my whole life. Like I said, this is not for the camera. She'll tell you, she's been around me almost 30 years. This is who I am, good people. When y'all be seeing that on camera, what it do, that's me, baby. That ain't for no content. That ain't for no camera. And sometimes that can come off kind of, so, but yeah, man. So, we still use those things to this day. Definitely. Speaker listening technique, we still build off that pyramid, core values, core beliefs. Another thing, when we first used it, like I said, man, the speaker listening technique really helped. The very first time we used that, I was floored truly about how it really broke open the communication to another level. And we really got to resolve whatever it was. I can't even remember what we was arguing about. I mean, it's 26 years. Shit, we done had a lot of arguments.
I have a bad memory, so.
Oh, shoot, man, not even that.
Last week.
Shoot, man, we done had a lot of arguments over 26 years. Let's just keep it a buck. It ain't all just peaches and cream. We didn't had a lot of arguments over the 26 years, but we've learned how to argue better. If that even makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense to us. Because you're going to disagree.
Right.
And so it's not even really an argument at this point no more, 26 years in. We just kind of disagree. We might be in our feelings a little bit. Stuff might get heated. We go to our neutral corner. We come back.
Right.
I mean, that's just what it is. You're going to have conflict. But going back to that programming, if you haven't saw a healthy relationship, if you haven't saw conflict resolved healthy, right? Without hollering and screaming and fighting. Yeah. A healthy conflict resolution, then guess what you're going to be repeating?
Right.
And that's you get into the operating system.
And I had to learn, for me, like, he likes to talk about things immediately. And I struggle with, I can't do that because I'm too emotional in that moment. Yeah. And I can't have a conversation when I'm super emotional. So I had to learn that about myself. Like, I'm like, no, I can't have I'm going to say things that I don't mean. I'm going to become even more emotional, and I don't want to do that. So I have to take a break and let my emotions kind of woo-saw. I got woo-saw.
That's true. And that's something that I had to learn. Like I said, you got to learn your partner. Right. Like, this 26 years didn't happen overnight. We're learning, and we're still learning each other.
I mean, we still learn about ourselves. I'm going through perimenopause.
That's a whole nother video, baby.
Man, it's rough on me.
Yeah,
so I know it's rough on the people around me.
Yeah. And we can talk about that a little bit. The adjustment on that I had to make in the beginning when she kind of told me that she was going through it, I had to really process that.
Right.
Like, what does that really look like? What does that really mean? I've heard of women talk about it, but I've never went through it. So, I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really know what that means. And then we kind of just had to work through it together. In the beginning, it was probably some misunderstanding about it. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. Why you so moody? Why you being like this? I don't know. Calgon, take me away. Yeah. But, over time, you just get better at it. I always tell people, if you can get 1% better at being you, but that's anything, then you're 365% better at the end of the year.
If you're single, we got married young.
Yeah, we did. 20.
I was 21, I think.
And I was
and you were
20,
20.
20. Yeah.
So we weren't really like single for,
Yeah.
in our younger years. We
Yeah.
were already married, but we also, we just had to learn how to be able to self-reflect on for
Yeah.
ourselves personally.
Yeah, no, man, that's true. And just being able to pull away, like my wife said, learning how to communicate the right way,
Mm-hmm.
learning how to communicate with your spouse the right way. Because
Man,
most
that's
people think communication
huge.
is just them verbally expressing something.
Mm-hmm.
But real communication is when you verbally express and the other person really understands. Now
Right.
you can move forward. Because if I express them to my wife and she don't understand it, who's moving forward? Just me.
Mm-hmm.
She's still stuck in the same spot, or vice versa, because she don't understand what I'm saying. So
Right.
to be able to express that and still move forward on it, you have to really get that understanding.
Right.
And so, yeah, like she said, that's just, man, learning each other, growing
Yes.
together, being able to give your partner updates.
And that's the thing, like we've truly grown with each
Mhm.
other, like whether that's our belief system, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it is, like, realizing what we need to adjust when we became parents.
Hmm.
Did we are we we're different every year almost. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something is
Yeah.
changing all the time,
Yeah.
and we have to communicate about that, and we have to give updates how we're feeling, what we're going
Yeah.
through.
True.
Man, if you don't do that in a marriage, man,
Hey,
it's
she
gonna be
giving y'all
rough.
nuggets,
It's
man.
gonna
She
be
giving
rough.
y'all nuggets. I'm telling y'all all of that, man. And we look and watch this. We still do that.
Right. Oh,
26 years in, we still have
it's
meetings
continuous.
every week about the budget. We
Right.
still have meetings every week about our weeks coming
What
up.
was happening this week? Yeah.
We still, when we go on dates, we talk about not just having fun on dates, but we check in.
Mm-hmm.
Where you at? What's going on with you mentally?
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, I always say this: it is your responsibility to update your partner.
Right.
It's not your partner's. But listen, if you don't like green beans, that's your responsibility to update your partner that. Because when she start cooking you that, you've been eating it when y'all was first married.
Then you gonna be mad because she didn't know.
Yeah, because she didn't know. You've been eating it as soon as y'all first got married. You ate it for 5 years. Now you 7 years in, you don't like it no more, but you didn't tell her. Right. Now she keep cooking that. And she wonder why you throwing it to the side. Yo, man, I don't like green beans. How she gonna know? Did you tell her? Come on, good people. You gotta keep that communication open. And I know I'm being something scratching me. Biting me. Yeah, I got it. But yeah, I know I'm being funny when I say green beans, but apply that to everything.
Right.
Apply that to every area of your life, not just what you like it for its food. Any updates, it's on you to update your partner that you're changing. Because the thing about a long-term relationship, even a friendship, I got a core four. We call it the core four. I've been friends with these guys, man. These are my bros from another mother. I'm 46. We've been friends since I was 12. Some of them younger than that. But we've all grown together, right? We don't have to see the world the same way to grow together, right? And so that's the same thing with us in our relationship, man. Like we see the world totally different, but that's the beauty of it, right? And so, yeah. So listen, man. That growth, that communication, speaker listening technique is one of the things that helped us drastically. That pyramid helped us drastically to really see that on paper, to see that that pyramid, to understand core values, core beliefs. That's where we at right now. So
this is kind of funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
So people, we ourselves, I'm like the dude in the relationship because I don't talk like normally it's opposite. Normally the woman's always like she talks about everything, let's talk about her feelings all the time. We are kind of opposite, and he's really like shown me how to open up and be more communicative about that. And so that's one thing that I'm really appreciative of him, is because he's really helped me in that area, like to be able to talk about how I'm feeling and know that, it's okay to come to him and be like, I'm feeling this way today. It's something's going on. I can't even tell you what it is.
No, that's real.
But being able to even recognize that and say that out loud man, that was a struggle before for me.
No, man, that's real. That's real, man. And we went live on TikTok earlier today, and one of the questions was, you know, what is one of the biggest things that we was proud of in each other that we saw, and that's what she was saying in the TikTok live. You know, just kind of being that, you know. And my thing was her ability to communicate better. Because, you know, I know how hard that was for her in the beginning, you know, because I'm just a natural communicator. You know, I'm a natural connection. You know, my gift is connection. The vehicle is communication. So anything I have to do with communication, man, that's just who I am, baby. I'm going to do that thing, you know. So yeah. So listen, real quick. I'm about to plug this 6-part audio series, baby. Real quick. Use it or lose it. Listen. This 6-part audio series that I wrote, I'm telling you, 6 fire audios, 1 matching workbook. It will help you discover who you really are, understand your voice, understand that your gift is medicine for you first, then the world, and then help you live fully on it, unapologetically. So, if you're ready to step out and start living on your gift and stop dabbling around it, click the link in the bio. Get my 6-part audio series, Use It or Lose It,
extremely
plus
helpful.
Matching workbook. Yeah. Click the link right now.
Highly recommend.
Now, come on. Let's get back into this podcast. Cool. Let's do it. Hey, now we finna go into some more topics right now, man. We finna just dive deeper, baby. Listen, if you getting value out of this, man, comment, share. Yes. You know, let's talk about it. Put your questions on here. So for next time we come on here, we can have some questions that we want to answer. Put your questions down in the comment, you know, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right. So going from that to speaker listening technique, going from how my mom kind of helped us, how we had an advantage. Mm-hmm. Another thing we kind of want to talk about is just choosing each other in every season. Now we're about to get deep on this one. Every season, because I always tell people like this, C.S. Lewis was my guy, man. I read a lot of C.S. Lewis books, and one of the biggest quotes that I just remember from C.S. Lewis when he says, being in love are the branches, and love is the tree, right? You can cut the branches off the tree, but the tree still remains. Yeah, man, let me get some of that.
Man, it's so important, man.
So listen. The feeling of being in love, that's going to fade, good people. Man. I promise you that's going to fade in and out. But that love,
you got to choose that love.
That's it. And so how did we choose love at every stage? You know, like first it was just us.
Right.
You know, that was easy.
13 years.
13 years it was just us. So that was kind of easy to choose the love. You know, 13 years in, you know, it was just us. Right. But then after the kids, man. So just talk about a little bit how you had to adjust to still get your mind right to choose us and choose love with the kids.
I mean, it was definitely an adjustment. You know, it having kids takes a lot of your emotion, your time. It was just, you know, struggling through that period in our lives, you know, because we'd been alone for so long, and then having to figure out what worked in that stage of our life.
Yeah.
But being able to, you know, choose him, even though I'm frustrated about, I'm so tired, you know, I've got all this stuff I have to do, and, you know, feeling like I needed help, and being able to express that to him. And even in those emotions, you know what I mean? Like, choose this.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it even as we're, you know, the kids are getting older, they still need us. And so, you know, we've had to adjust and be able to, like, okay, yes, we have kids, but we're also learning how to take time for ourselves, take time for each other, and choose that every day.
Every day. No, man, that's real, man. Hey, well put. I mean, that's true. Like, it's just a conscious choice. And one thing about me that I pride myself in is being consistent and disciplined. She'll tell you, this ain't no joke for the camera. This is just who I am. And waking up every day, choosing your partner, no matter what season that you guys are in, man, that's something that both people can do.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's just,
both people have to be willing to do that.
Both people got to be willing to do that. Because if one person is just choosing the partner, that ain't going to work. If one person is choosing the partner and the other person is choosing the business and the kids and
Right.
that ain't gonna work. Somebody gonna feel left out.
Right.
And so just being mindful of that, you know, at each stage, and then giving ourselves grace.
Oh,
That was the biggest thing for
you
me.
gotta give yourself some grace.
Well, that's the biggest thing for me. She's
And give
easier
your-
at that.
And give your partner grace.
Now that part.
Yeah.
But she's a little bit easier about giving grace because I'm more of a, you know, because my consistency, my discipline, sometimes I'm more of a, you got to get this shit done or you fail type guy. You know what I mean? In reality, I had to back up off that because that's not true. You know, I'm learning too. You know, I never had kids in a marriage. I've been married for 13 years, then come to kids, then come to businesses. We had our cleaning business for over 17 years.
Right.
You know, and then I've been a life coach, public speaker for over 13 years. We didn't move from 2 different states. So through all that, you know, we moved to Dallas to start the business. Then we moved to Florida so through all of those different seasons, man, it boils down to one thing: a choice.
Right.
I mean, that's just really what it is. You know, it just boils down to a choice. And every day I wake up, my boo thing right here, I choose my boo thing, good people. I choose my boo thing, good people. This is my boo thing. What I tell you all the time, babe.
Wait.
Oh, look, I tell her a lot of things.
Listen, I don't know if I'm going to think the same way you think. So.
What I tell you in my soul all the time.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I say, look, see, look, I tell her so much. She's like, what? I always tell her, man.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, man, not that. We can't say that on camera. But for real, it's just about a choice, good people. I choose her. No matter what. I choose her when I'm mad at her. I choose her when she getting on my damn nerve. I choose her when we ain't really connected and we ain't really seeing eye to eye. Right. I choose her when I feel like she paying more attention to the boys and not me. You feel me? Like, right. Dude, emotional intelligence, you have to grow into that, right? Emotionally intelligent, because you can get in your feelings quick. But you know, like the book say, y'all know I love that book. When I was a kid, I thought like a kid. But when I grew up, I had to put away childish things. You feel me? So come on, man. Like that's just kind of like with me. I had to really dig deep within myself and like, dude, you got to stop acting like a damn baby. And this to my fellas out here. And I ain't saying y'all did that, but I'm speaking for me. Got to stop acting like a damn baby. Your wife is not choosing this other stuff over you. You guys are just in a different season of your life. You can't keep doing things like you used to. You can't fit new wine in old bottles. There go that book again, it'll bust it. So that was really a major adjustment for me because I'm a consistency, discipline plan guy, right? Like, where's the plan? Let's wake up every day, do the plan. Let's only change it if it don't work, right? So sometimes it's kind of hard for me to just kind of adjust on the fly when I already got an idea of what's what. So yeah, babe, you know, just, you know, talk about that. You know, I'm reading my notes now so she can just keep talking if she wants to. But yeah.
He knows I'm not the talker, but
yeah,
I'll do my best.
Yeah, man. So, you know, just a few tools that we use to kind of stay in alignment with each other, to kind of keep that connection. Of course, date night. I mean, I guess I call that a tool because it really is. Date night is really a tool because you got to use it as such to keep that connection, especially when you got businesses like we got, especially when you got kids, 13, 10, and 8, they getting at that age, you know. Her mom just moved in with us. We got a dog. I mean, you know, we just moved back from Florida. We ain't been back home. Well, two years, but that's not a long time back home. Right. So, you know, so we kind of still getting reestablished here in the city, back home. Right. So it's a lot going on. Yes. So one of the tools is just date night. Yes. Date night, you know, helps us reconnect. And you don't even have to spend money. You know, tell them about some of the things we do for date night, babe. Just, you know, how we go out. Sometimes we just might go in the car and
we might just drive around and talk.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, just kind
of do it a lot.
No, man.
As long as you get that alone time connection, that, you know, you can really check in, you know, have fun, whatever it needs to be. We have a great downtown area. You can go walk downtown.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, just just keeping it light too. Whatever fits you guys. Because like I
Right.
always tell people, you gotta find your rhythm. You gotta find your rhythm, right? We found ours. So we
Right.
build on it while we're learning new things.
Yes.
Another tool that we use is the speaker listening technique.
Mm.
Y'all heard us talk about that.
Right.
These are actual tools. So date night, speaker listening technique,
Right.
right? Whenever y'all feel yourself getting out of hand, because y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all couples out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You can feel that brewing when you getting out of hand and you irritable and you about to say some things. Just go to your separate corner.
Right.
That's what me and her learned.
Yeah.
I might be mad as a hornet's nest. Her too. We in the same house. We walk past each other. Don't touch me. Don't don't. Hey, get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Then
Right.
you throw in perimenopause, and it's on a whole
It
nother
is a
level.
whole nother level with the pyramid. I'm like, nope, don't touch me. But then, babe. So what I thought I heard you say,
Right.
and 9 times out of 10, it's not what
Not
she
it.
said.
Not
9 times out of 10, it's not what I said.
Right.
But we find humor in that now. But you got to be willing to go back and do those things like
Right.
that. That's just you got to be willing to circle back,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't know everything,
Mm-mm.
right? Even if you've been around a person, we've been around each other almost 30 years. I still don't know fully everything about, because she's changing like I'm changing.
Right.
So those are two tools that we use heavily. Speaker
Yeah.
listening technique, date night. We even
Yeah.
take overnights. We
Yeah.
try to go overnight every 7-8 weeks somewhere.
Mhm.
Just do a little date night every week. Try to get out with the kids. We even try to build that because it's a unit.
Right.
It's not just about building our connection, but it's also about building the family connection.
Right.
And we live by that pyramid. That pyramid that my mom showed us early on. We try to always make sure to keep our core values and our core beliefs aligned, because our beliefs changed a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beliefs changed a lot, and that's what
a
we're
whole
gonna get
nother-
into
That's a whole nother.
on this last
Yeah.
little section that we're about to get into. We're about to get into how our beliefs changed and how we really had to do it. But right before we do that, listen. If you feeling confused, if you feeling stuck, if you feeling uninspired, listen. I just opened up my Soul Truth Power Sessions, right? Limited spots, but it's for the person that's feeling confused, stuck, or don't know which way to go, right? Let me help you untangle your soul and those limited beliefs so you can live the life you was really supposed to live. So this is what I want you to do. Message me, right? Limited spots open. Message me if you ready for that one-on-one session, or email me at flthelifecoach@gmail.com. Come on. Let's build that life that you know you deserve together. Come on, good people. All right, let's get back into this last segment right now, man. This last segment talking about the forgiveness part, and then just talking about how we even had to reprogram our mind in certain things and change our belief about certain things. So forgiveness, man. This last little part we want to talk about is just how we've learned to forgive each other over the years, and not hold resentment in, and not hold bitterness, because it's easy to do.
Oh man,
it's easy to do. You want to start off with this, or you want to?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So it festers.
Yeah, it really festers. So going back to that early teaching we got, right? Going back to that. So just learning how to give your partner grace, like my wife said earlier, and that was been the biggest thing for me, because I've always been easy to forgive. I've kind of always been easy to forgive, but I always used to say I won't forget. So I always tell people, if you really forgave somebody, why you ain't forgetting? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't, especially in a relationship like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like your friend or somebody you know or somebody, but because if you don't forget, every time something happens, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be triggered, and then you're gonna keep bringing that up. So that's what I had to learn in our long-term relationship. Like, once I forgave, you gotta forget about that shit, man. You gotta throw that shit out the window. It's over. It's over. Give yourself grace, give her grace, leave a space. And that's kind of how I've learned to deal with it over the years, is that I forget as well. So once I decide to forgive, it's over with. It's over with. So kind of talk about how you kind of walked that through or learned that.
It probably is a little easier for me just because I have a bad memory. So we might have a fight, and 2 weeks later, and he's like, "Remember when we was talking about and had a little argument?" I'm like, "No."
And that's fact. She ain't lying either, good
I
people.
don't
She ain't.
remember what, I have no clue what we just argued about.
Oh
None.
man,
So,
she ain't
I
lying.
mean, I just, that works out a little easier for me, just because I don't remember what we might have argued about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's true. Like she's and then just growing without judgment.
Right.
That's part of that forgiveness. You know, when you fully forgive, then growing together without judgment. You know, I always say, as long as you're growing like this, because some things my wife takes the lead on, right? Some things I take the lead on, but we want the same things. We're on the same path. The problem is when you start growing like this.
Right.
See how wide that gap gets? Because you guys won't caught apart. So you really gotta make a conscious effort, right? So you gotta look at the first 7 years of your own life, right? The first 7 years, right? Go back. Did you see a healthy relationship? Did you see healthy conflict resolution? Did you see that? Because if you didn't, it's really gonna be impossible for you to do it unless you get around it or watch videos like this of couples that are doing it, right? So those first 7 years are critical. So if you're struggling in your relationship, ask yourself, what did I see growing up?
Right.
What did I see growing up? What do I believe about relationships growing up?
Reevaluate your life, the past. You know, kind of go. That's one thing that, you know, like I said, I admire about him. He's great at self-reflection. You know, reflecting on his past, reflecting on, you know, what didn't work before, what he wants to change for now. Like, I mean, that's important.
Yeah, man. And you know, and we did it together because every time I grow, I got to give it to the household. I feel like that's part of my assignment as a man. You know, not that I'm just the leader of the house, because like I said, I had to undo that belief too. A man is the leader of the house, but his wife can lead too.
Right.
That doesn't mean he's not a leader because his wife takes the lead on certain things, right? So I had to undo that bullshit as belief as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother video. So, but yeah, man, just growing together, understanding that it's a team, it's a togetherness, right?
It's a team effort.
And just because you might not have the answers as a man doesn't mean your wife doesn't, and vice versa. So like I said, man, we just wanted to come on here, kind of podcast out, to start a conversation about a little bit about the things, how we grew to 26 years in love, and it's still happening and it's still going. So just a little bit of recap to give you the actual tools so you can go back and replay this video. Speaker listening technique. Remember, when you feel yourself wilding out like that, go to your corners. Ask yourself, what did I hear? Ask your spouse. I hear you saying, and then you say it. Wait till they respond so they can say, yes, that's what I said, or no. Date nights. Make sure you guys keep that alive. Not just for going out having fun, but also check in. Real check-ins, not surface check-ins. No. Get deep and emotional, real check-ins, right? And then just remember, belief systems, core values, they have to match. Your beliefs and core values.
Something change for one of you.
Yeah, you have to update your partner, right? If your beliefs change, just like mine did about God, I had to go build a belief about God that was right for us. You know, we had our own church and all that. I had to go build a belief that was right for me. During that stretch, we're going to talk about that later because we're about to get out of here. But that's a whole nother video. But doing that, man, that was scary for my wife at first, right? But eventually, we talked through that. Her beliefs started to change, mine did. So you got to make sure those beliefs are the same, man. Anything else you want to say? Man, that's it. So listen, we get out of here. Share this video. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the link to go get my Use It or Lose It 6-part audio series plus matching workbook.
And then we'll be coming out with the marriage.
Yeah, we coming out with some marriage, digital products. We coming out with some merch. We got y'all. We gonna help y'all untangle y'all soul, good people. Not just for you individually, but so you can go into everything in your life as your true self, right? So you can make it better and add that value. So yeah, until next time, listen, good people. I'm FL with my boo thing. Yes, sir. Auntie Faye, follow her on TikTok. And until next time, baby, listen, you already know what to do, what they supposed to do, babe.
Dare to be you.
Dare to be you, good people.